Hey, Eric.
Hey, Chris.
I heard that you invented a video game when you were falling asleep one night.
This is true. Yeah. I took notes. I made like a notepad file on my telephone and wrote it down to read it to you on this podcast. Let me pitch a video game.
Okay, before you do that, how often do you write down your ideas to pitch on a podcast?
2 or 3 times a week.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I do that too, but usually it has something to do with like, I have this random intrusive thought about Deleta, so I go write it down.
Yeah. This is important. Brain thoughts that happen unsummoned unconsciously need to be materialized in the real world through the medium of podcast audio.
Yes.
I had this brain thought on, let's see here, July 12th, 2024, 1:36 a.m.
1:36 a.m., Eric. You need to get to bed earlier.
Well, I was already... Okay, you'll understand in a second.
Okay.
Here's the game pitch. It's just one long stream of consciousness paragraph.
Okay.
Game like Crazy Taxi and or Hitman, where you roam the suburbs at night on July 6th and try to execute men still shooting off fireworks. No map. Only navigation by looking up at fireworks and hearing the explosions get closer. Kills worth more points the closer you get to midnight. Combos if you also kill the enabling spectators. More points if spectators are family members. Melee bonus ?
That sounds like a pretty fun game, but I do not think that you could get that game funded because it is a mass shooting simulator.
Right. That's why I was thinking we'd change, this was my next morning thoughts. Yeah. Instead of executing and killing, it should be sleep darts.
Okay, tranking the suburban dads.
Yeah, trank only, non-lethal mode default.
Okay.
Of people who are still detonating fireworks in the weeks after 4th of July. Not like little bitty fireworks from Walgreens, the big ones you have to get in different states.
Yeah. What if there's a mode in that game where it's kind of like the Metal Gear Solid, no-kill run?
Stop it! You'll kill her!
Where you only trank and mess up the fireworks shows of dads who are complete assholes and
direct offenders.
Bad people. So you have to go sneak into their houses during the day to find Dexter does before he kills somebody.
Yeah.
You find the real shitheads and only disrupt the shithead parties. Then there are a pleasant amount of firework happenings going on in the neighborhood, but not too much.
During the night, would you find and mark the shitheads who are lighting off fireworks with glow paint that they can't see? That you can track them like a Far Cry game or something inside their house?
Yes. This is called Far Cry Suburbia.
Far Cry Suburbia, Crazy Taxi combo, Sega Ultra game.
Far Cry Podunk.
Yeah.
There you go. It sounds like the idea of having to track somebody in complete dark with only
noise and fireworks.
Noise and fireworks sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, that's what that sounds actually okay to me. I don't know if that's annoying and laborious or if it's fun.
You'd have to figure out a way to work out the kind of frustrating in between parts, the navigation parts, but maybe you would also have to dodge feral dogs in the street or something along the way.
Zombies, all different kinds of roguelike modifiers that could populate the street to fuck with you while you're doing
kids on bikes.
Yeah. Also something that happens at 1 a.m. all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Can't hit those. They're innocents, Chris.
Coyotes that wander from the local woods.
And coyotes you get points for, but family dogs you don't.
Yes. Well, and they can be hard to tell apart.
I know. They look very similar.
You can upgrade your gear and get night vision goggles later in the game.
Perfectly. Yeah.
Okay.
No problem. You can drive a school bus in a special mode. We can riff on this all day and develop a full video game if we had money and talent.
You want to hear some hot sounds I've recorded?
Yeah.
All right.
You mean sounds I recorded?
Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast covering classic Japanese role-playing games, chapter by chapter, beat by beat. Welcome back to Season 6. We are once again gathered here to cover the video game Final Fantasy Tactics and Final Fantasy Tactics The War of the Lions for the PlayStation Portable. My name is Chris, and I'm joined today by Eric. Hi.
Hey.
Hey. Hi. Nice Doritos shirt you got on there tonight.
Thank you. I don't eat Doritos.
Yeah, Doritos don't really sit with me.
They're heavy. It's a heavy chip.
Very, very well, yes. The other day, my kid was walking around with a bag of Doritos because we had some left over from the birthday party or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was like, son, you don't need to be walking around with bags of Doritos because that's how you develop bad habits.
Was this a large adult-sized bag or a small fun size?
Yeah.
Big bag.
Yeah. And I was like, you don't need to be doing that. If you want some Doritos, that's fine. Get some, put them in a bowl. You don't want to develop bad...
You don't want infinite serving.
Bad eating habits. And he goes, why not? I said, you'll get one of these. And I grabbed my gut and jiggled it at him.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, I see that sometimes when you run.
Tight.
So
that's good.
Yeah, thanks.
That's good for your insecurities, Chris.
Thank you. It feels great.
Yeah.
It's great. We're also joined by the RealNet, a collective of patrons who are listening to us record live. Hello, RealNet. Thank you for joining us here on patreon.com/retroam. This is a nice secret video feed just for you and all of your local friends to watch us do a podcast in the middle of my basement.
We're also joined by the Fake Net, our post-production AI companion who started an account at Pornhub.
Initializing FakeNet.
I specialize in slime play and remixing candle wax. Your pain is my pleasure.
Aren't you not allowed to do that in the state anymore or something? Didn't they ban Pornhub in Kentucky?
Oh, I wouldn't know about these things, Chris. I don't try to visit websites that are banned by the government.
I don't either. I was just curious. I thought I saw some sort of news article about that the other day.
We're both just curious.
Yeah,
just looking.
Very, very curious.
We'll never know. I hope the Fake Net told us the URL when she chimed in a minute ago.
Yes, cool. Thank you. Well, Eric, I don't know if we've ever left off in the middle of a side quest, but we did.
Yeah.
The side quest of Cloud. And
I think it's appropriate to leave off like a half-assed side quest that was half-assedly implemented in the video game.
You know what? It's a beautiful meta that we do in this podcast. Yes, it's wonderful.
Collaboration. So let's continue this side quest at the world map where we're going to go to Sal Gidos. How are we saying that?
Sal Gidos? Sal DeVitos?
Sal DeVita, the fucking NBA Jam Midway hidden character?
Yeah, and Guy.
And Guy still works in NetherRealm, I think.
I have Zargidius. Zargitis Trade City is what I have.
That's fine. Whatever.
Okay.
I bring Thunder God Sid, Korn, Ramza, and Agrius with me.
I have Saint Ajora's theme playing.
Holy Angela's theme plays.
Okay, Holy
With
Angelus.
wind sound effects.
Oh, nice. Cloud's walking through the streets of this kind of relatively shanty town, I think.
I mean, this is the average-looking town for Final Fantasy Tactics. It's kind of fucked up. It's kind of old.
Yeah, it looks like the buildings are slightly more boarded up than usual.
It's no door to Trade City, that's for sure. Cloud's walking through here at the exact same time as the Flower Peddler. They're calling it the most amazing coincidence in the history of tactical role-playing games.
Flower Peddler, I have a Flower Girl.
The clothes and the clothesline are blowing in the wind because you see it's windy out here.
Yeah, it's our first laundry blowing in the game. You know I love laundry blowing.
Oh yeah, it's in God Hand.
And?
Other video games.
Suikoden 2.
Suikoden 2, that's right. Attention to detail. Flower Peddler is still on that peddlin' grind, Chris, as she asks Cloud, "A flower for a gill, sir?" Cloud stops and takes an extended gander. He gawks. He's doing a looky-loo. He hits her with the dots, which prompts her to say, "Is something the matter? Do I look like someone familiar?" Quick inventory. Does Aerith know she's Aerith, or is this not Aerith? Do we ever establish this as fucking Aerith or a weird-ass coincidence?
I don't think we established it either way. We kind of wondered what it could be. I think it is like some sort of...
Multiverse thing?
Yes.
This is actual Cloud, but it's multiverse Aerith.
Yes.
Okay, is she a Cetra in this game?
No.
Does she know what the live stream is in this game? Is she just some girl selling flowers?
Maybe she's in the middle of a live stream trip right now.
Maybe we all are. Yeah, maybe she's like at the end of Final Fantasy VII. She's fucking dead at the end of that game. I don't care. Okay, maybe like it's dead Aerith, but living Cloud communicating one last time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Cloud, who I think is the only guy in this game with a blue-eyed portrait, shakes his head and he tells her, "No, never mind." My guy walks on past his faded love and exits the scene. The Flower Peddler exclaims, "Well then, good day to you too." Do you think there was just too much for Cloud at this point? Like, no fucking way. I can't deal with whatever this is. I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, it's one of those situations when you see something that reminds you of something traumatic and you're just like, I'm going to pretend this thing does not exist.
Mm-hmm. That's good. It's called, what, compartmentalizing? Is that what that is?
Compartmentalizing indeed, yes. Yes, out of sight, out of mind.
Doesn't exist.
Yes.
Stick my head in the sand. Ruffians emerge from the shadows, though, Chris, and now the Flower Peddler is surrounded by 3 street toughs.
Yeah?
One of which speaks, "We've been searching for you, Aerith." Is it Aerith or Aerith in your game?
It's Aerith, yeah.
Fuck's sake. "Thought you'd kick away, eh? Hawking flowers for your mum again today?"
Hawking flowers, love it. Mongin flowers.
I didn't say mong, I said hawk.
I know.
Your flower, is it mong in your game?
No, but Eric Vanine said flower monger a second ago, and it made me think of it. Thank you, Eric Vanine.
Fishmonger.
What is this character's name like titled in the dialogue box in yours?
The Ruffian?
Yeah.
I don't think he has one.
Does it just say ruffian?
I mean, I made up Ruffian. If he has an actual name, I just thought it was some random bullshit and didn't write it down.
In mine, his name is Town Knave.
Oh, Knave. Such a dear girl, always working so hard for your mum. 2 more toughs join up for a total of 5 knuckleheads. Aerith pleads her case. "Please, 10 more days. Even a week is all I need." So Aerith's like in deep with loan sharks?
Yeah, I guess so. So I didn't remember until just now that she actually has the name Aerith. I thought she was just a girl who reads.
So did I. I didn't. That's why I asked you earlier.
Is this like Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom?
Yeah, well, I think it's like the Robert Patrick being the T-1000 in Wayne's World 2.
Okay, that's way better.
Like kind of.
Yes, officers, there's something wrong?
Have you seen this boy?
Like, he's a cop and he's waving his finger, but we don't know that he's a Terminator.
Is Final Fantasy Tactics Wayne's World 2 or is Final Fantasy 7 Wayne's World 2?
I recently learned that Wayne's World 2, the entire script was thrown out like 5 days before they had to shoot it, and they just made that shit up.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but I do remember being just kind of
Makes sense.
all over the place.
This whoreson then grabs Aerith by the neck of her shirt, pulling her toward him and saying, "We set the date, and the date's long past, love. You'll make good on that gelt here and now. All 30,000 we lent you." Why did Aerith need that much money, Chris? Is mom sick?
I guess mom's sick.
Is 30,000 a lot? What are we making in battles these days? We make like 50,000 for killing a bunch of pores.
I think we make about 30,000.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less.
So I've got that. I could just give it to her.
Yeah.
Aerith then demands to be released, but my guy counters. "You know, now as I look at you, you're quite the rum duchess, aren't you?"
Rum Duchess.
The Final Fantasy Tactics Ye Olde English Insults Power Ranking.
Rum Duchess.
Rum duchess. Well, first off, do you want to guess as to what that is?
Okay, tell me how to spell it, then I'll guess.
Rum like the rum.
Okay.
Duchess like the duchess. 2 words.
Okay, this is like a yield English version of Wine Mom.
You think it's wine mom?
Yeah.
Well, if you Google it, it has no true answer.
Oh.
But I found one at jollyoldbooks.com.
Jollyoldbooks.com, a website I've never heard of before.
It said it was a jolly, handsome woman. But that's not all, Chris. From Efrate in the GameFAQs thread, retranslation ? On the Tactics GameFAQs board from 13 years ago.
13.
Efrate's got the true answer. You ready for this?
Yes.
Rum Duchess, I believe, is an expression meaning something along the lines of the chick you would only approach if you're drunk because she's so hot it's intimidating.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Yeah, rum. Okay. Wow. Where we put? I kind of.
I don't know. I have one more note. I'm not sure why I wrote it. Tinderbox means vagina. Did he call her a tinderbox? Oh, no, that's next. There's more line after that. Sorry.
Okay. So, I kind of like that as an insult.
It's pretty good.
It's a good insult. I think it goes up like, I'm looking at our first like, kind of like gendered insult that we have on here, which is I think the highest ranked one I can see is courtesan. And I think this is better than
It's
that.
better than courtesan, yeah. We're
Okay.
doing gendered insults.
So I'm going to keep going up and you tell me when to stop. Such wretches, moppets. I don't think it beats moppets.
No, it doesn't. It's no way.
Okay.
I like moppets.
So that's a pretty high ranking. That goes to number 11.
It's a brand new word. They may have invented it for this game.
Yeah.
It worked backwards.
All right, we're up to 29 now. Gallant fool, cur, whelp, coal, ungrateful wretch, mongrel, churl, blackguard, thrall of the church. This man is naught but boasts and swagger. Men such as you profane the gods to speak their names. He soils our name. Dogs my every move. Clod, squealer, common maid, wench, courtesan, such wretches, rum duchess, moppets, whoresons, worthless fool of a son, whoreson dog, lackwits, vulgar knave, night soil. I'm going to start saying like Night Wolf in Mortal Kombat 3.
Night Wolf.
Night soil.
Night Wolf.
Milksop rabble, common footpad, and you've been less than we from the moment your baseborn father fell upon your mother and whatever gutter saw you sired.
You know, now as I look at you, you're quite the rum duchess, aren't you? Seems to me as you'd earn a lot more selling that tinderbox of yours than them flowers. That's where the note tinderbox means vagina ? Comes from. You'd make a lot more having sex for money than selling flowers. Selling the tinderbox.
I mean, it's a tinder box, I guess.
Yeah.
Call it that.
Totally. Try that one out later. See if I get punched in the face. During that exchange, these guys also belly laugh, and the sound effect kind of resembles the Kefka laugh.
Yeah, there are a couple of instances in which the Kefka laugh, a similar laugh is deployed later in the game during the story as well. I didn't notice it here, though.
Well, that did it, Chris. Cloud's dialogue box appears, and he's mad as hell. Get your hands off of her. The lead dirtbag turns around. He asks Cloud to repeat himself. Cloud does. I said get your filthy hands off of her. Cloud doesn't talk like anybody in this game, and I think that's great. Well, the dirtbag complies. He releases Aerith and then starts to square up Cloud, telling him, I'd not be talking to me like that. Might as well get your blood on them fancy riggins of yours.
Fancy riggins.
Chris, what kind of substances are you afraid to get on your fancy riggins?
Are you familiar with the shoe brand Hey Dude?
No, that's a TV show on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, there's a shoe called Hey Dudes. They're kind of like casual, kind of like, I'll show you sometime.
We're just making shit up now. All right.
Yeah. And they're fabric. They're just like shoes you wear to like the pool and stuff.
Shoes you wear.
Shoes you wear when you're not going to be doing any athletic
I'm sorry, is
activity.
it possible to not pay $198 for weird-ass running shoes?
Yes, you can get these for like $40, $50.
Wild.
And
All
they're
right,
nice
continue.
to slip on and go to the store.
Wear to places.
Yeah. Anyway, they're like fabric on the top of them. So I was opening up a popsicle the other day for my dog.
Yeah.
And
okay. A dog, like they make frozen food for dogs. Were you serving your dog that, or you just giving your dog some fucking flavor ice?
I'm giving my dog some fucking flavor ice.
Okay.
And because I'm sitting outside watching the kids play basketball or something, and I have the dog with me, and I'm trying to keep her entertained. I got a big drip of popsicle on
what color?
Red on my Hey Dudes.
Yeah.
I fashioned my Hey Dudes as my riggins now, apparently.
Your fancy riggins.
And so getting popsicle on my shoes is my answer.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Was it upsetting? Did you get the stain out?
I did.
Did you use Dawn dish detergent, warm water?
I did.
Okay,
I did.
That's what you do.
Yes, and I sat them outside to dry off, and they were lovely.
This concludes the fancy riggins talk.
They do kind of like pass for fancy shoes.
They look like fancy shoes until you spill popsicle on them.
Yes.
Cloud then one hand shoves this guy back with such force that he falls over and nudges the guy behind him back too. Cloud tells Aerith to run, just as this violent shithead begins to put up his dukes and doubles down, asking Cloud if he's looking for a good drubbing. Just when you think violence is inevitable, the sharp noise of a clock turning on in 1995 appears in Cloud's head only, and he falls to his knees.
Mm-hmm.
My dude can't believe this shit. He wonders, what's with this coal? To make matters better or worse, Ramza rolls in from the back, squat in place, and asks Cloud if he's okay. Can you imagine if you're some Lone Shark Street tough shit-ass and then Thunder God Shid shows up to kick your dick in?
No, I can't imagine. No.
The hooligans can't believe this shit. Twice be damned luck. Come on, boys. Music espionage plays. Objective, protect Cloud.
Save Cloud. Let's do it. Any notes on this battle, Eric?
The battle opens up where it left off, with the hooligans standing in front of Cloud and opposing all of our dudes.
Yeah, most of these guys are like thieves and archers and stuff, aren't they? They look like hooligans.
They're nothing to me, Chris.
Yes.
Well, despite these guys giving me more trouble than the two undead demons summoned from actual hell with magic rocks, I emerge victorious.
Yes, same here. I did not have much trouble with these guys, but we did kind of milk these guys for some extra JP along the way.
Did you get Cloud's battle dialogue?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Cloud says, I lost a very important thing. Ramza says, Cloud? Cloud then says, ever since I've been lost, who am I? What should I do? What about this pain?
Lyrics copyright Linkin Park.
Ramza replies with some concern for Cloud. Cloud, there's someone in your world waiting for you, which I don't understand how Ramza knows this.
Does he claim in from a different dimension?
Oh yeah, he came in from the portal, but they called it the transfer. They call
Transfarring, the Konami save game thing from E3 2011.
Yeah.
That's right, Chris.
Yeah, I don't know. We might be able to send you back where you came from by using the stone's power. Cloud says, let's go, Rams. I can't be here. Must go to the proper noun, promised land. Is that something from Final Fantasy VII? I can't remember.
Of course it's from Final Fantasy VII, you piece of shit.
I haven't played Final Fantasy VII in years, and I have not played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth yet.
It's fine. Well, Chris just read the after-battle end dialogue, but I was referring to mid-battle dialogue.
Oh, it happened in the mid-battle for me.
Awesome.
I
Well,
guess.
in mid-battle, Cloud has one line.
Yeah?
He's complaining about his head. In another line, he boldly declares, no, stop, I'm a member of Soldier. I was not made. When he says that to me, he runs away and hides in an alley and does not fight the rest of the battle.
Yeah, in my game, he did not fight either. He just ran and hid, but I did not get that dialogue at all.
Foreshadowing for Cloud's ultimate position in this game of running away and sucking.
Yes, I think you can make him good if you do things correctly, but anyway.
He does things correctly, yeah. Victory music.
Congratulations, this battle is complete. You got a guy
Cloud.
from a different game? Cloud. You did it.
Job class.
Soldier.
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 Yes, I've got his moves too.
Hit me.
His moves are Brave Slash, Cross Slash, Blade Beam, Clim Hazard, Meteor Rain, Finishing Touch, Omni Slash, and the Final Fantasy Tactics exclusive move, Cherry Blossom.
I was going to say, those are all lemon breaks except
Yes.
for the final one.
Yes. I think in order to use these, you have to go find the Materia Blade using the Move Find functionality.
Don't know what that is. Finish the game without it.
Yeah, there's a movement skill you can get, I think, from a chemist that will allow you to randomly find items if you move to the tile in which that item is. And you have to go to the top of maybe like Peak Germanus or whatever it's called and get the Materia Blade so you can use these things.
Well, that doesn't sound like fun at all, Chris.
No, I didn't do it. I just put it in the back of the party and just, we've got Cloud.
We got him. We did it. We're out. All right, let's continue the Construct 8 side quest and go to Lake Poescas.
Yeah, Poescas Lake. Let's do it. Equipped all my guys with accessory called the 108 Beads of Destiny, I guess. And that helps protect from various skills that will turn you undead, which you don't want to be undead.
No, those are very bad.
Yes.
Pick a party. I got Ramza, Construct 8, Thunder God Sid, Agrius, and Korn.
I got my typical Sally, Cindy, etc.
Music, night attack plays because it's night and either we're going to attack someone or somebody is going to attack us.
Well,
this
Eric,
is the law of the West.
Yes, I think it is the latter. It is ghosts, floating archers, a summoner, oracle, and all that kind of stuff.
All of our opponents are standing on columns like that one level in God Hand, God Bless the Ring, and they're all weirdly tinted red and they're all floating. I hate when they're up high and we have to climb shit.
Mm-hmm.
These questions and observations are resolved when I see the title of the first speaking opponent. His name is Ghost of the Lake.
Poescas Lake Ghost.
What men of flesh and blood dare disturb the slumber of the dead? Men with Orsight, we will have it from you. Then at last will our souls ascend to that lofty plane as yours rot here in their stead. Chris, if ghosts get Orsight, can they ascend to heaven?
No.
Well, then why did he just said he could? Is he just bullshitting me here?
He is just a slave to the stone.
Oh.
He's like an angel from Evangelion. He's just going to Lilith.
But what's he going to do with the stone?
He's going to think he's going to feel like closer to Purgatory.
Well, yeah, but the stone's not going to get where it needs to go. It's just going to stay in the fucking muck.
Yeah, you're right.
Rot in a bog.
I don't know. I don't understand all the metaphysics of the stones yet. I don't think I ever will.
I feel like if you're going to introduce sentient ghosts who also know about Orsight, not just random monsters, it really changes the dynamic of what's all at stake here for the entire game.
Yeah.
Are we going to meet the ghost of Meluda, who we killed for real as a human, or Weegraf, who we maybe killed himself before morphing into a demon, who we then also killed? What's on the table? What's off the table? The game will answer none of these questions.
That would be cool, though, if we had to reckon with Meluda, though. That would be neat.
Yeah, bring back the dead.
Yes, I don't think Ramza ever really has to reckon with the sins of the past, other than what he kind of already has.
Chris, is it reasonable for Ghost to doth seek the power?
No, Eric. Ghost should be powerless. Mario is always looking. Fuck Gengar.
Perfect answer. You've mixed Nintendo references perfectly.
Yes.
A beautiful recipe.
No, I don't think that Ghost should have power. Well, I take that back. Ghosts can seek the power, but they can never claim the power. Because I don't want Ghost to have the power.
No, power. I don't think so either. Not that you can ever do a senior quote in your yearbook ever again, but fuck the ghosts. Mario is always looking is pretty good.
Good. I was surprised when I looked at my notes there. I just wrote down the first thing that popped in my head.
Like, I want that in like a Live, Laugh, Love script font, like etched into wood that I can buy at Hobby Lobby that's not Hobby Lobby.
Well, you know.
Sell that.
If we had a bigger audience, somebody would probably mail that to us right now.
Yeah. Well, Ramza doesn't talk to the ghosts, which I respect. Objective, defeat all enemies. Commence.
Yeah, you know what we can do to undead guys in Final Fantasy games, right?
Throw Agrius' holy fucking sword at him and kill him?
Yeah, or just heal them.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even try that.
Yeah.
Damn.
I found this to be a pretty tough battle. I would have lost if not for the fact that my monk now has the revive skill. I think that Cindy got taken out and I didn't have a white mage. So, thank you. Thank you, monk.
I played with Construct 8. Construct 8 for their abilities has tasks. Tasks include destroy, construct, dispose, and pulverize.
I hate tasks.
I do too. I hate having shit to do. I do compress, and I'm looking for the fatality that Sector does in Mortal Kombat 3, where he gets the compactor crash thing and squishes him.
Yeah, the bones fly out.
Yep, all the bones fly out. 78 rib cages. My guy...
3 femurs.
Most people only have 6. My guy does an overhead smash and compresses the ghoul thing to death. There are no more tales to tell because he moves slow and only accomplishes one task.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
Ninjas and TG Sid rue the day. Nobody says a word after we kill these dead people again. What does that even do?
Battle complete. Congratulations, this battle is complete. You got a Phoenix down and a Phoenix down. Because you may have used Phoenix down on the enemies to kill them in one hit. So you got him back.
It's possible.
Thank you.
I had that in my notes as Construct 8 side quest. Does that only happen if you have Construct 8?
Nope, that just happens.
Just happens?
Yeah.
So that has nothing to do with Construct 8?
Nope.
Son of a gun.
Maybe. I mean, maybe you're on your way to do something else that I don't know about because I have no more Construct 8 content.
Okie dokie.
So we'll
see.
Yeah.
What's in my notes? I don't know either. But I do know that we're going to Egrov's Castle next.
Same. Dycedarg's theme plays.
We drop down on Knight Templar Loffrey and Dycedarg seated at a small table having a small chat.
Loffrey.
So Loffrey is the one I had with Weegref in the optional scene. Is this your first Loffrey scene?
It's my first Raffle scene.
Raffle. Raffle. O-R-O-F-L.
Raffle.
Rolling on floor laughing.
Yes.
That's his fucking name.
Yes, Raffle. Yes, my first note is this is the guy who recruited Weegraf, so yeah, I do remember that now. So yes.
There's a nice fire in the fireplace and a bit of light from 2 nearby windows in this otherwise darkened red room. Knight Templar Loffrey has already drawn a conclusion to open our point of view to this conversation. He says, "So you are unwilling to compromise on your position."
I see you have no intention of agreeing with our arbitration.
That's fine. Arbitration's a good word.
Arbitration is a very good word. So I guess we know from the context of the Weegraf recruitment is he is a person of the church, the Templar Knights, right?
I think he is the lead Templar Knight that is not a member of the clergy.
Excluding Vormav, Fulmarv.
I think he might be above Fulmarv.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe it's like a holy trinity of shitheads.
Maybe so. Did we mention his hood?
No, it's his hood. Has he got Jin Kazama's outfit on?
He's just got a blue hood. It's cool.
Yeah, looks nice.
Yeah.
Wish I had a blue hood. Dycedarg affirms his position. He says, "Fuck no. Evilis's reunification under its rightful king was his grace's most fervent wish. We've no intention of laying down arms until Prince Orinus sits the throne that is his birthright. You will not steer the helm of Evilis at your own pleasure, not so long as this house stands." So Dycedarg not friends with the church.
No.
Loffrey, those bastard-ass Templars, you know they're always up to shit,
Yeah.
breaks it down for Dycedarg. "Do you not know who made your assassination of the Duke possible?"
Who do you think let you assassinate Duke Larg?
So Loffrey gave the spores to Barrich, who spread the spores, who poisoned the Duke. I thought like Dycedarg organized all of that.
That's a really good point because Balk
Yeah.
is a
He's Templar, right?
he's a Templar, so I didn't put two and two together until
Maybe he's
just
like
now.
a backroom deal type thing.
Yeah.
Dycedarg responds with a sentence that I would like to say with my own mouth. "I mislike the question." And then he continues, "Larg was felled by a Southern Sky assassin, or do you mean to say that you were the ones who sent him?" So I think Dycedarg thinks the official story is somebody executed Larg. And I think Dycedarg had no fucking clue about the poison. No idea.
I think he did because I think that because of what we're going to see later, because of Balbane's death.
So they're just like gesturing with words right now?
Maybe.
Plausible deniability?
Maybe.
Loffrey counters, "I'll not play this fool's game. There is to be no convincing you then. Right now, I expect Loffrey to brandish a pistol and shoot Dycedarg at the table like this is Goodfellas or whatever."
Yes.
Dycedarg responds even harder than Loffrey. Dycedarg is so hard that when he tells Big Loffrey, "Were it our desire, we could crush the Templaret like an overripe grape. Of that, I am quite convinced." Grape squishing, Chris? You like squishing grapes?
I like squishing grapes with my teeth.
Yeah, when they're in your mouth.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get that little center column that like shoots out down your throat.
I really love grapes.
Me too. They're pretty good. It's hard to get a good one.
Yeah, you're right.
You ever have cotton candy grapes?
Mm-hmm. I think you gave me some cotton candy grapes once.
Possible. It's fucking alchemy. I think they just sell grapes and sugar, but it's fine. Loffrey gets even harder, crushing even my most potent erection male aggression metaphor. "Pray remove that fine white cloak beforehand. Burst grapes off to leave a fearsome stain. Tell me, this poison employed at Bessilet, do you know what it was? Chris, have you ever left a fearsome stain?"
Yes, on the outer rim of a toilet.
All right. Those are hard to scrape off if you leave them there for too long.
Yeah.
Dycedarg answers the question like it's a regular question. "I believe it was an extract of mossfungus spores." Is Loffrey about to imply that he's been poisoning Dycedarg with the same shit, or that he's about to? Is the dread pirate Roberts playing chess with Wallace Shawn?
Yes, I'm very confused because I thought that Dycedarg was the one that had the spores plot.
I think
but
they're fucking with each other.
maybe
Like
so.
subtly, like they don't know that each other aren't doing shit that's not above board. So
they're not
kinda
showing their full hand,
Yeah.
basically.
They're playing Nidhogg, but they're still on like the chandelier part.
Yeah.
Loffrey deploys facts about toxic fungus. "So it was an insidious thing, moss fungus. It takes a great quantity to kill a man, but the toxin never leaves the blood. The smallest, most undetectable of the doses will prove lethal if repeated oft enough."
Wow.
To that, Dycedarg delivers Loffrey some dots. But Loffrey is not deterred and continues to make fact-based threats. Even a learned eye might confuse the symptoms with those of common affliction. Oft as not, the person being poisoned is never even aware. And should they become so, it is almost invariably too late. Your late Lord Father was taken by malady. Malady? Malady.
We looked this word up before.
I can't fucking do it. This is my Bledivic. I can't do malady.
I don't know if we looked at the proper pronunciation, but I do believe we looked up the definition, which I've already forgotten, but it sounds like it's some sort of illness, right?
Yeah, just illness based on poison that's undetectable.
Yes.
So now I'm like, I thought Loffrey was doing or had been doing this to Dycedarg, but I guess it's an open admission that Dycedarg did this to his dad, or is this a revelation of his dad's death to Dycedarg? Who's killing who?
I think Dycedarg had a hand in killing Ballbanes, right?
I thought so. I thought that was the implication, but was it moss fungus? Are they both moss fungus wielders?
Yes.
Okay, good enough for me, Chris.
Yes.
Dycedarg responds with the fuck do you mean, buddy? He says, do you make some implication? This is a decent example of a conversation where no one is saying what they're saying. I mean, it's barely subtext. It's clear what the writer was doing here, but it's one step beyond the kind of dialogue I feel like we usually see in video games, especially around 1998, 2007. That was a thought I had when I wrote that. I don't know if it holds weight right now, but we're not going to delete that.
Didn't do anything for me.
No. Dycedarg responds with a soft denial. What of it? Loffrey either angles for blackmail or wants Dycedarg to shit his pants so hard it comes out of his mouth. I recently learned an interesting fact. I had wondered if you might be aware of it. Moss fungus poisoning leaves spores in the body. When a victim is buried, they say toadstools sprout above the grave. Dycedarg hits Loffrey with the dots, some very concerning dots. So that is a hint of like, if someone died of this shit, go look at their grave. It's come through the coffin up through to the grass.
He's telling Dycedarg that he knows where in the forest Dycedarg buried his pornography.
Oh, yeah. In Ziploc bags next to the tree underneath the old fort.
He's like, you thought that you got away with this crime, but actually it can be proven that you did, that Ballbanes did not die of natural causes.
Yeah, it's going to be there. Goddamn moss fungus.
Does he know that Zalbag is listening? Because
No.
Zalbag is listening.
Zalbag is listening.
Yes.
Yeah, we found that out at the end.
Yes.
I don't know that anyone knows Zalbag is doing some fucking cut through the wall shit right now.
Okay. I was curious if Raffle was maybe just speaking loudly so that Zalbag would...
Oh, hear it and then start to mistrust his brother?
Yes.
It's possible.
Because I think that's possible.
That's another angle, yeah. I agree. Loffrey has either made his point or seems to be aware that he's pouring it on too thick, and he changes the subject. Forgive me, I digress. Ah, yes, there is another matter. A gift from High Confessor Marcel. Loffrey then produces an emerald sphere of auracite, and you know it blings as he sets it down on that table. Dycedarg either plays dumb or is dumb, as he remarks, a gemstone? At this point, Dycedarg has not been in contact with the auracite plotline, right?
He is unaware of the perverts, I think.
He's just still doing the political game, unaware of the perverted game.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And now he's about to cross over, I think.
Loffrey believes Dycedarg to be dumb as hell, telling him it is a zodiac stone, a blessed crystal from Alond. The High Confessor wished for you to have it. Please accept it as a symbol of the church's good faith. Are we supposed to draw parallels to the slow-acting poison with this? Was that what half this conversation was for? Is Dycedarg going to accept this without knowing it's going to lead to his downfall like a slow-acting poison?
I think Dycedarg is going to accept it, and I think that Loffrey is giving it to him because he knows that Dycedarg has some sort of compatibility with this so that he can revive his brethren, his perverted brethren.
So he's... Like, I couldn't figure out if Loffrey wants Dycedarg to have power or if he knows that Dycedarg's going to go goblin mode with it.
I think maybe he knows because we've seen at least one example, and that was when Fulmarv was capturing Alma and the stone blinged, and he detected there was some level of compatibility between a stone and her. And so I wonder if they have data to suggest that Dycedarg is also compatible.
If the stone blings and it's near him, he's compatible.
Because why else would all these people have these stones, right? Because they've given them to people, right?
Yeah, they're very valuable.
And I think most people have assumed that the auracite is mostly just something as a symbolic gesture from the church. Like, here's some Pope favor for you.
Yeah.
But actually, it is a pathway to perversion.
Look at all this Pope favor.
Yeah.
Is there anything more kiss of death and terrifying than the sentence, please accept it as a symbol of the church's good faith?
No, no, absolutely not. You cannot accept that, especially from a church official, which is some guy who's like, I want you to have my rosary as a symbol of good faith in the church. It's an innocent request, but no, not an official from the church.
Why is the rosary communicating with the voices in my head?
I don't know. It's weird, dog.
The stone blings again as Loffrey disappears, but I don't think he actually went into Predator camo mode. I think it was just a glitch as the screen started to rotate. Did he disappear in yours? Did you have any notes on that?
I did not.
Loffrey fucking vanished like the goddamn Predator in mine.
Oh, I don't think that happened. I think it was the PlayStation Portable's lack of power.
The computer.
The computer.
Me.
The ret rotation reveals Zalbag, the Z-Man himself, listening in on the other side of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And we already talked about this. My next question is, does Dycedarg know he was there? Did Loffrey know he was there?
Dycedarg definitely did not, but Loffrey maybe.
Next question, what's going to happen?
Zalbag's going to go rogue here.
Okay.
And because I think Zalbag has a...
But going rogue is going good.
Yes, he's turning face here, I think. Because he now sees... I mean, he was already suspicious, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Let's go to Limberry Castle.
At the gate of Limberry Castle.
Pick a party.
Sally, Selfie, Horns, Lester.
God damn it, I dismiss every single chocobo. These things are multiplying. It's a nuisance. Get out of here.
Yes.
Cloud, Sid, Corn, Il Nino.
Cool.
Music, invasion plays, and our dudes and men and thunder gods are standing outside a double castle gate.
I love how the camera swirls around the fortified walls of Limberry Castle. It not only sets the scene well, but it's like, this is an obvious trap.
Mm-hmm. We're walking right into it. This is where I noticed Ramza's all-silver ass plate on his character model. Has that been there for a while?
Yeah, it's been there since Chapter 4 started, I believe.
Great. Ramza takes inventory of the current situation. Not a soul to be found. Could the castle be truly abandoned? The door stands open. Ramza approaches the door, then says something vague, immediately followed by something direct. I mislike this. This is something familiar, yes. The battle with Cook Allen with Belias.
Yeah, so he's got the ability to sense perversion?
Yes, the perversion sensors are maxed out in Chapter 4.
Okay, good.
A dialogue box credited to Woman's Voice appears on screen. Guests come to Limberry. Chris, is this a cheerful welcome or a foreboding invitation to death?
Oh, it is foreboding invitation to death, indeed, because we already knew that the creepy assassin ladies who threw Barrington off the roof were probably
Giovanna's castle.
Yeah, we're probably going to be here.
It's Celia from the rooftop battle. She emerges on the roof of this castle, too. Above Ramza, she tells him, I'd begun to think you'd never arrive. Oh, dang, if that's not bad enough, a second woman's voice appears in a second dialogue box. Such a waste that would have been. We've such a warm welcome planned. You know, that's got to be our pink and purple assassin herself.
Celia?
Letty.
Lady.
Letty.
Led.
Is she called Lady
Lead.
in yours?
No, it's 'cause she's called Lead.
Lead.
L-E-D-E.
Lead Phoenix from Burning Rangers.
Yes, the scary lady from the other roof is now on this roof.
She's on the other side of the rooftop. We have two scary ladies on opposing rooftops. Letty turns to face Ramza and tells him something crazy, sexy, and cool. A kiss to see you to your grave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ah, shit, man. The four-haunched, torn gargoyle goblin monsters roll in, and all four of them on all four corners of the map.
They brought their own perverts.
That's true, man. Ramza states the obvious. They've walked into a trap.
Damn it.
It's no good.
Music backfire plays.
Yep, this trap is about to backfire on your demon asses.
That's right, you demon assholes. I've got Cloud Strife, the man himself, the missing soldier, the protagonist of Final Fantasy VII. This isn't going to go bad.
And?
Defeat all enemies, commence. Can't do shit with my boy Cloud. Ninjas are too good. Cloud fucking sucks. He's going to stay in the corner. That's my note.
Okay, good. The lady here, the assassin lady, one of them, Celia probably, did Shadow Stitch on Horns, which just...
The hell does that mean?
Instant stop. Stop doing this.
Oh, okay.
Which sucks.
What is the etymology there? Like stitch the shadow to the ground so we can't move?
Yeah, probably. It sounds like some Naruto shit.
Yeah.
Some ninja
turtles? Ninja turtles?
Ninja lore shit.
Okay.
On his first turn, Ramza punches Celia for 506 damage, knocking her out. I think he has an opposing Zodiac Stone with her.
Oh, to the
yeah, because every time I fought Celia, Ramza could kill her in one hit.
Fuck her ass up.
So, whatever.
Quick question. When you make Naruto references, since I don't know a damn shit about that,
yeah.
In my head, when you say Naruto, can I hear Shinobi or Ninja Gaiden?
Yeah, anime ninja shit.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, got it?
Yep.
Got it. All right, good. Ninja magic. A lot of ninja magic in Naruto.
Ninja vanish.
The only thing that I cannot really come up with another analog for would be like the eyeball techniques of Naruto, and that you will never understand. Carry on.
Do you wear contacts? Do you touch your own eyes? You know that stuff? You one of those?
No, you see me wearing glasses right now, right?
I do, but I don't know if you've ever worn... I don't know how eyeball Chris works. I didn't know if you fucking cut your hair for like 3 weeks. I only see you from the front. So I got some dialogue here after I defeat the wenches. Unless you have any other notes for this. I just had Thunder God Sid and Il Nino just wreck shop here.
Yeah, I'm done here.
Celia rises to tell Ramza, if you would see your sister again, you must fight your way to her.
Be brave and enter.
Celia teleports away, and Letty, before doing the same escape maneuver, tells Ramza, I await within, but I have so little patience, best be quick. I only had to kill one of them to make this happen.
Yes. Congratulations, this battle is complete. You got Echo Grass? You know.
Cures silence.
Yeah. In case your throat hurts.
Echo grass is definitely a strand of marijuana you can buy somewhere.
Cool. Probably.
Limberry Castle. Music. Count's anger plays.
Oh, the Cardinal's Rage.
Cut to inside Limberry Castle. Elmdor is seated at the head of a long table. Fulmarv is here too.
This is a table of fucked up guys, but not a council. There's only two of them.
There's only two of them. Fulmarv's seated perpendicular or adjacent to him, not opposing Elmdor. He's like off to his 45-degree angle side.
Mm-hmm.
The fireplace, of which there is a map above, rages. The flames are reflecting on the clean floor. The space feels abandoned and empty, like the final chapters of Godhand when it's just Azel and Belza.
Mm-hmm.
Elmdor lays out the status of all known fucked up guys. Belias and Cook Allen defeated. We are all that's left. Well, we and Adramelech.
Adramilk. Adramilk. It says Adramilk's caught in the loophole.
Okay, Adam Milk, who's trapped in the rift.
Okay, so I was wondering if the loophole is Purgatory.
It's the rift. The rift is capitalized.
Okay, it's called a loophole in quotes.
Wormhole.
So I was thinking maybe that it was like some sort of purgatorial state.
FakeNet, what's a rift?
Initializing FakeNet.
A crack, split, or break in something.
Sorry, go ahead. Purgatorial state?
Yeah, I was just wondering now, like, is purgatory, the concept of purgatory, is it just a loophole anyway?
Is that where the perverts await the return?
No, I'm talking about in real purgatory, like in real Christian lore. Isn't that just a loophole so you don't have to go to hell?
Real lore. I thought purgatory was where, in my memory of Christian lore, like unbaptized babies have to chill until they pass muster or something like that.
Yeah, they like cleanse your soul, then you get to go.
Yeah, it's like pre-hell. Like you could still go to hell. And someone in the real net shared Christian lore. I don't know if this is true, where like the age of 7 is where you can plausibly go to hell as a child.
Yeah, we talked about this in
Yeah.
the internet the other day. It's
wonderful.
One of the benefits you get for going to patreon.com/retroam and signing up.
Is it true? Does it matter? I don't know, but it sounds plausible.
Okay.
Anyway, where are these perverts? Purgatory?
They're in the loophole. They're in the rift.
In the loophole.
They-
All right.
Yeah, I don't remember which one Adramelech is, but like they haven't found the right host for Adramelech.
He's got to find a good body. I want someone that he blings with.
Yes.
Fulmarv talks his boy off the ledge. Do not worry over Adam Milk. He will join us ere long. Elmdor is intrigued. He asks Fulmarv if he's found a host. Fulmarv redirects Elmdor's inquiry. Not I, the stone. The stone chooses the flesh, as it was with us.
This is like where you figure out what the sync ratio is.
Yeah, so our boys have stones that have synced with their flesh, waiting on command. That's what I read from that.
Yeah.
And they are trying to find perfect hosts for their other flesh, even though they have fucked up 2 for 2 now by getting Belias and Cook Allen killed.
Yeah, I mean, they found the correct hosts.
But if they were the correct host, wouldn't they stomp ass? Like, could there have been a higher sync ratio?
We're just too good. Yeah, you might be right about that, actually. I don't know.
Okay.
They never really tell us the mechanics of
A bunch
this.
of ninjas I've been paying since the Dorder Street have vanquished the demons from hell.
Yes. Thank you, Lester.
The stone chooses the flesh is something I can see a cult chanting. Perhaps Chris and I should start chanting it to open a podcast.
The stone chooses the flesh.
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 The stone chooses the flesh. The stone chooses the flesh.
Got it.
This exchange also tells me Elmdor has no real idea of what they're dealing with here. He's like, oh, like Elmdor doesn't have as many clues in lore in his head as
Yeah.
Fulmarv. Elmdor then rises and moves to stand on a bench and gaze out of a nearby window.
Oh, it's villain shit.
Of course. Then all that remains is the revival of the Master. Once that is done, we will have no need of Oracite nor of these vessels.
Keep going.
We will come and go as we please. Do we have a host for the High Seraph? Do not tell me it is that girl.
Okay.
So the Master is High Seraph? High Seraph? Is this anything?
Let me clarify real quick what he said, okay?
Yeah.
Really? Now we have to bring back Bloody Angel.
Bloody Angel.
Bloody Angel. The
stone chooses the flesh.
Using the ultimate power.
Bloody Angel to me, based on song titles, is Holy Saint Ajora.
Yeah. Even then, without the stones or a suitable body, every time I'm stopping him, it's because it's in quotes.
Of course, yeah.
We can come and go at will. Did they find a good body for Angel? Don't tell me it's that
Dude.
girl.
Oh, God. Did they find a good body for Angel? I wonder if there was a directive to make it at a 3rd grade reading level. I really do.
I think there was a directive to get this shit out of the door. 'Cause
Yeah.
You only have a month to
Good
do
point.
it.
So come and go as we please. Where? For what? The fucking metaphysical plane? Is that what they're talking about?
From the rift in the loophole. The
We will
loophole
come and
rift.
go as we please. Do we have a host for the like? So they have no need of Oracite once they become perverts. The Oracite's useless. After the revival of the Master, the Oracite's useless. After High Seraph comes back, we don't
Yes.
need magic rocks. We'll all be fucked up guys.
We won't need to worry about this shit anymore.
Okay, so once High Seraph is summoned, or Bloody Mary, what'd you call her?
Bloody Angel.
Bloody Angel.
Bloody Angel.
Yes.
We don't need Oversight. We'll all be fucked up guys.
We will rule the world.
Is rule the world the objective here? Why do you care about ruling humans when you're a fucked up guy? A pervert.
So that you can strip the planet for resources like Megatron.
And then do what after that? You're still on the planet. You go to the fucking rift? Is this like an Outworld scenario?
You know what? I don't know what the perverts have an end.
Yeah.
I mean...
Is it just they're evil, that's it? Is that what the plot...
Okay.
Like if you... Are we reductive enough with that?
Don't most perverts just want to be perverts?
They're seeking a solution. They're seeking they're chasing something they can never catch because there's always another perverted step to take. You can always get more perverted.
So they're trying to eat the carrot on the end of the stick and actually do it this time.
But the carrot is infinite.
We won't have to do perverted shit anymore if we can just get rid of all the stuff that makes us want to be perverted.
What's the fucking guy in Popeye who keeps eating hamburgers?
I forgot his name.
But he's just always got a hamburger?
Yeah.
And he desires the hamburger.
He's a
always,
hamburger pervert.
But he never runs out of hamburgers?
Yeah.
It's just like that. You just keep eating the hamburgers.
Yeah, so if we destroy all the means to make hamburgers, then we won't have to deal with this anymore.
Right, and he'll naturally die.
Yes, it will all turn to goop and then ascend to heaven.
No, it's always the fucking goop. Fake Net, before you out of this, what's the name of the hamburger pervert?
Initializing fake net.
That would be J. Wellington Wimpy, also known as Wimpy.
Unfortunately, Fulmar is about to tell Elmdor that it is in fact the girl. There is but one host fit for the High Seraph. The girl is chosen. Now we need only find the way to the necrohol and the High Seraph's soul.
The necrohole?
The what now? What are we doing? Chris, what do you think the necrohole is?
I leave this interpretation up to the... And then I didn't finish the sentence.
Oh my god, Chris doesn't know what the necrohole is. Fuck, Fake Net, what do you think a necrohole is?
Maybe that's how I wanted to leave it up to.
Actually, no, wait, German faked. I don't want to know what the real Fake Net... I want to know what the Germans have a grip on this, I believe, more than our British Fake Net.
Initialisiere Täuschungsnetzwerk. It means death's door. And not any of the fucked up shit you're imagining.
There's only one body suitable for Angel, that girl. Now we must find the way to the dead city.
Oh, the dead city.
Yes.
Okay, necrohole equal dead city.
Yes. The hole to find the city under the ground of the deads, of
sure.
The perverts.
Yeah, good. Dead perverts. Fucking Celia teleports in, which seems like a normal thing that could happen anytime. She tells Elmdor that he is here, meaning Ramza. Letty teleports in next to Celia and reports, I've drawn him into our web. What would you have me do with him? Fulmarv remains seated at the table and doesn't even turn around. Elmdor responds, Ramza, so long you kept us waiting. We have a score to settle from Rio Vanis. So I don't think Ramza factors into their evil plans. They just want to beat the shit out of him. Like he's not part of their fucking necrohole, Oversight, bling ring, fucking...
No, I think the church has no use for Ramza.
Isn't he got a pocket full of Oversight?
That's true. Well, yeah. It's just one of those situations in which, like, you let the good guys get the shit, then you kill the good guys, but it never
work
works
for you.
Yeah.
Finally, Fulmar...
But on the contrary,
yeah,
Delita knew that we were coming here because he needs us to get rid of the church people.
That's right.
So,
whoever wins, he wins. Whoever loses, he wins.
Yes, the manipulator.
Perfect.
The reason I'm telling you all this is because I'm playing both sides so that I always come out on top.
Finally, Fulmarv turns his head and warns his conspirators. Do not take light of him. He is a worthy foe. Not even Bellyass could stand before him.
Bellyass.
Elmdor nods away the danger and steps up to the plate. Says, you needn't worry about me. I shall deal with him. You've matters of far greater import. You must find the gate to the necrohole. The two guys continue to stay cool as Fulmarv replies, be at ease, I will not disappoint you. Fulmarv turns his back and teleports. After that dude's gone, Elmdor replies, see that you don't. Now fly. Dude, he's gone. He's out of here. He didn't hear that. Who are you talking to? Fade to black. We are prompted to save our video game.
You know some shit's up.
We're prompted to make a party. I learned Divine Ruination for Orlando. That seems nice. I also bring Cloud, Orlando, Corn, and El Nino.
You still bringing Cloud?
I'm going to make it work.
Okay. Make it work, Eric. I brought the typical guys. I have not yet resorted to using TG Sid, but the time is coming.
It will be here. Limberry Castle Keep music remnants plays when we find ourselves in a long-ass hallway of a room.
I would call this a face-off room.
From the movie Face Off, or a room to face off in?
A room to face off in.
Doves flying away?
Not yet.
Rays of light are let in through fenced-off windows. 2 huge torches burn before a staircase. At the end of the room is a spanning rug, and on it is Elmdor, Celia, and Letty. Right off the bat, Elmdor tries to get epic. At last, the hour of my retribution has come. Ramza does not give a shit about theatrics. He's all about business. He asks Elmdor, where do you hide my sister? Elmdor believes this question can only be asked under a certain set of rules which he is quick to lay out. Questions are the right of the victor, Ramza, not that of a man about to meet his end.
Ooh.
Is that true?
You'll have to beat me to find out.
I guess it is.
Oh, yeah, I do believe so, especially if you go with like Yakuza logic. It's like all problems are solved with like showdowns of guys beating each other up.
Dramatically. Like theatrically.
Yes.
Derobing beforehand.
And then quite often after those battles is when the loser then spills the guts of of whatever, various plot is being plotted.
But see, the neat thing about Yakuza is there's almost no actual killing. It's got Batman rules where there's just exaggerated violence and you just beat the guy up no matter how many times you smash an ambulance over his head.
Usually, yes, yes, that's true.
Objective, defeat Marquis Elmdor. Commence. Chris, remember when we saved this guy's life? Was he like shoot almost dead then, or is this...
He was almost dead then, and we did save his life. And then we also read in the rumors section that he got felled by an arrow on the battlefield, and he was thought to be dead. I do have some more notes on that later, actually.
Can Elmdor be killed?
Yes, by me.
Elmdor uses vampire.
Oh, that sounds bad.
And kills Korn right off the bat. That's no good.
It's no good.
His job class is an Arc Knight. I'm not sure if we got that before. He does not walk, he teleports. He uses teleport.
So teleporting, flowing hair, romantic, theatrical motherfucker.
Also, the weapon that he's wielding.
Yeah, what's that?
The Masamune.
Masamune, okay. So those Sephiroth illusion, but he has a move called Vampire. I haven't seen that in this game. Is he a vampire?
He's a pervert, and perverts can be vampires, so...
But I mean, like, is he like a coded vampire, like supposed to be vampire into vamp? Is he the fucking... What's the goddamn Suikoden? Necklord. Is he a Necklord?
He is a Necklord, I think. He lives in a castle, after all.
Yeah.
He's got a title, the Marquis.
Sword Saint Orlando, penetrate the dome. Keep hitting that attack button on these motherfuckers.
Yeah, Ramza's taking out the ladies again with Monk Fist.
Chauvinist.
They turn into something called Ultima Demons, Eric.
Misogynist is what I meant to say. Ultima Demons?
Yes.
What are those?
This didn't happen to you?
After I slaughter Celia and Lottie and then stand back up and teleport out of here, in their place arises 2 purple, yellow, and silver skull-face, fuck-face demons.
Yeah, those are Ultima Demons.
Ultima Demons.
You know what Ultima Demons can do?
No.
Ultima.
Oh, no.
It's not good.
Was that a find and replace, or is this their true form?
Oh, this is their true form.
Like they didn't die and something else took their place. This is what these ladies actually are, is Ultima Demons.
They revived as Ultima Demons, yes. And they can do Ultima, and they can also do something called Ultimagus.
Is that where Ultra Magnus comes out and casts Ultima?
Yeah, pretty much. You just heard the sound effect, I think. Lester charmed one of the sisters and turned them against each other, by the way. So
good job.
Before one of them turned, she went to...
Sister versus sister.
I took human sister versus demon sister.
Yeah.
Charmed the human sister, and she has a move called Stop Bracelet, which I think bracelet is a mistranslation. It is just a punch where she punches the enemy directly in the heart and insta-kills them.
Yeah, Stop Bracelet, yeah.
So she killed her sister in one fell swoop.
Like, I don't want to kill anybody, but I would feel extra bad if I accidentally was charmed and killed my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's extra awful.
Yeah. Now, are you familiar with the Genji gear of lore?
From other Final Fantasy games, yes, I'm quite familiar.
So
not this one.
Marquis Elmdor, and this is only in the PlayStation version, Marquis Elmdor is equipped with, as I said before, the Masamune and full set of Genji gear, which is some of the best gear in the game. And you can steal it from him.
Do you have to be a thief, though, right?
You have to be a thief or have thief sub-skills.
Isn't it kind of fucked? Like, remember in Chrono Cross where if you didn't have Fargo with you couldn't steal that shit from the dragons when you were fighting the dragons? Because he's the only motherfucker that I'd steal at that point because Kid was gone.
Yes.
Like, if you didn't know that, you were just boned. Like, was this like strategy guide bait?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if it was strategy guide bait, but I just don't think they thought about it and people kind of like figured the game out otherwise. But you only have like a 4% chance of stealing it unless you do a lot
Fuck that.
Yeah. Unless you do a lot of prep work to cast, like lower his brave and shit like that with a mediator or something. I tried a couple of times to get the gear, but I did not prepare properly, so I was like, fuck it.
When it comes to gambling mechanics, either in real life or video games, will you roll that 4% chance over and over on the hope and belief that you'll get that because of how good it'll feel when you do pull it off and get that special sound effect?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm victim to it sometimes.
I
but
played
less
Ragnarok online for like 4 years, so.
Yeah, but that was in your youth. Like now, as an adult man, as a fucking man, like, do you still think you're susceptible to those charms? Can you be charmed by the game? Can the game cast a spell on you? Have you done this in the last year with a video game you're not playing for retrograde amnesia?
I don't think so. I really don't think I have done that. I have not cared enough.
You didn't go to the dog track 1,000 times in Godhand? Bet on Lucky Clover?
No, didn't do it.
Couldn't be me. It was me.
I've lost my youth. One of the ladies casted Ultima on Elmdor himself and got his health pretty low. That was very useful.
Fuck yeah.
Because Elmdor is pretty tough. He can really do some damage. He can use the samurai skills. And at one point he said, "Brave weapon, turn into a deadly blaze. Kikiko Chiwaji."
Oh. After I kick Elmdor's ass across the universe, he stands back up and says, "You are strong. There is no denying that. It is more than I can overcome. So bound within this fragile shell of flesh." After someone says that, it's like, yeah, I know he's going to go full demon mode in a second.
Yeah.
But he'll lose his pretty hair. Do you think that bothers him? Or is this like, get rid of this aging, decaying flesh?
It depends on who's controlling the body. Like, does Marquise Elmdor still have any agency?
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, you're basically killing yourself then. Are you sacrificing yourself for your beliefs? Elmdor, Christ-like figure confirmed.
The question that I have is that when Elmdor was killed on the battlefield, did the perverts just take his body and then just
re-pervert him?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a good question. That is a good question.
He had nothing to do with this plot before, I don't think. I think after the battle is when they
But men can always be tempted by power, by having more power. But I
not with that hair.
I'm now believing this is better. This is as good as your Chaos read, that he was just reanimated because he was a vessel. But like, you can't let the vessel die. Bring it back.
I've got something from the wiki, from the Final Fantasy wiki in my notes here. It says, when the War of the Lions breaks out, Elmdor fights on the side of the Order of the Southern Sky. He is mortally wounded in battle.
Mortally means you're fucked, right?
Yes, struck by a stray arrow. But because he was holding the Gemini Auracite, he does not die, but becomes a host to Zolaria, one of the Lucavi demons, which we'll meet here soon in the next
So
battle.
he was regular guy, but because he had proximity to Auracite, he became host.
Yes, so perhaps the church gave him that Auracite and said, this will give you power, knowing that he was compatible with it, and when he was killed, then...
And he just became slaves to their political ideas at that point, too?
Yeah, I guess so.
Awesome.
Maybe.
Elmdor teleports away, the music stops, a dialogue box appears on screen. It's Elmdor's voice. "I await you in the Undercroft. It is there your darling sister sleeps."
Undercroft, I like it.
Sleeps is ominous, Chris. Is she alive? Is she under a spell? Is she in a coma? Is she dead?
We'll find out.
On the next episode of Retrograde Amnesia?
Yes. Congratulations, this battle is complete. You got... the RealNet.
Initializing RealNet.
Hello, RealNet. Nice to see you. Neat says Eric has a nice gamer shirt.
You know, I own Doritos and Mountain Dew shirts.
Cool. Eric Fernand says someone has strong feelings about illegal fireworks.
Like, it really is, because I was definitely, when I was 20, setting off fireworks in our friend Nick's court, and his dad came out in his underwear and yelled at us at 1 a.m., right?
Yeah.
Like, I've been that guy. But I just don't understand doing it for like 16 consecutive days.
Yeah.
Like, that's expensive, first of all, and like, it has to get old, right? Like, blowing stuff up, real cool. I agree. Fucking awesome. However, like, find another activity.
There are a lot of activities to do out there. I mean, there are even activities that you can do at, 11 p.m. on a Tuesday night.
Totally, yeah, without blowing things up in the burbs. And, like, you're powerless against it. If you go out there and, like, try to, like, say some shit, they're going to fire fireworks at you. 100% chance.
Mm-hmm. In relation to the presence of Aerith in this game, it's like Danny Trejo being Machete, but also being a different Machete in Spy Kids.
Machete.
Machete.
I didn't know that. I knew he was Machete in Spy Kids, but I assumed Machete, like, just hopped across time and space.
Danny Trejo, also in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth.
Did not. If I knew that, I forgot about it. Good. Excellent.
But I did not hear his voice because I played the Japanese version, but I did see his likeness.
That's weird, right? Danny Trejo speaking Japanese?
Yeah, the way that game interfaces with like English and Japanese when they go to Hawaii is a little strange. I know that there are people in Hawaii that speak Japanese, but it felt like there should have been like a little bit more English than there was. There are some situations in which the dialogue is in English, and Kafka's like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'm curious about how that would work in the dub.
In the Ishin Like a Dragon game about the Shinsengumi, There are streamers and modern actors available as like summons cards in those, which kind of threw me off a little bit.
Cool.
It's like I can understand Majima and Cosmic Kiryu role-playing feudal cops, but this is a bridge too far.
In some of the Kiryu side quests in Like a Dragon 8, you have to go collect Kiryu memories or whatever, remembrances or whatever. And there are several references to that game and Yakuza Dead Souls and stuff like that, where he thinks about these weird dreams that he's once had.
Hell yeah. Dead Souls is the only Yakuza game that's been localized that I haven't played.
Oh, cool.
It's not cool. I should get on it, Chris.
Yeah, you should get on it.
I heard it was bad.
Yeah, me too.
But they got those shooting mechanics worked out for Binary Domain, so...
Jesse says Rum Duchess sounds like a racehorse. That it's really good.
Yeah, that is, yeah. We should have, as lifelong Kentuckians, we should have picked up on that. Whenever a dog, Chris's dog just when dogs move their head into their hand so you pet them?
Yeah.
And they rub the wet nose on your hand?
Yeah.
Is protocol to rub the wetness back on them?
I guess. Yeah.
I did that. I wiped my hands on your dog.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. She doesn't care. Gorm KT30 says Cloud can be okay if you get a short charge from Time Mage. Otherwise, Soldier is bottom tier.
I do think it's very funny to put Cloud Strife in the game, and he requires significant work to do anything with.
Yeah, it's come on, man. I'm trying to make a calculator over here. Grace One Deer says, oh, right, on top of a volcano. That's where the Materia Blade is, on top of a volcano.
That's where the Mishimas fight.
Yeah, true. Tekken is in everything now. Can't believe it. Eric Fernandez says, I love Construct 8, no matter how slow he is. I didn't mention this, or maybe I did last episode, but in my game, he's called Worker 8, which lines up well with tasks.
Yeah. I just like having a big, dumb metal robot on my team.
Yeah. Gorm KT30 says there are a few battles where Construct 8's Zero Faith is useful. Which is true. There's a lot of battles where there's several mages. So
it's important not to have any faith.
Yes, you got to not have it. Eric Brown says, suck at mages, constructs have no gods.
Those who are ignorant of God don't necessarily have no God.
Mm-hmm. Eraser, that's how I'm going to say that. Eraser says Nimpo. Nimpo is what I should say when I say ninja magic.
What?
Nimpo. It's ninja magic.
Oh, okay.
It's what...
Yeah, say no more. You're right.
Eric Fernandez says the amount of times Chris says some line from the OG game and Eric just sighs is great. Yeah, we should have had a counter for that.
We didn't. I did not know the disparity was going to be this profound when we started this game.
It is perhaps one of the greatest revelations of our exercise here. Addis says babies go to limbo. Sure, I can't argue with that.
Sure, yeah, totally, fine, whatever. That sounds like something that was created to add unnecessary stress to parents' lives.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did my infant just die, but it could be on its way to hell. I better pray.
Eric Fernandez says, I don't think it's explained how the Orsite possession started beyond Formarv being roughly in charge, but it's incredibly funny that they hold information from the other perverts.
Mm-hmm. You can't trust a pervert, Chris. Yeah. They all know that.
Yeah. Neat says the necrohol is the zombussy.
I don't want to
engage with that.
No,
Eric Fernandez says, Genji Gear is one of those things that if you can steal it, you already don't need it. You're already good enough at the game.
Well, yeah, but it's like your cherry on top reward.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. If you really want to,
When your friend's coming over and you want to show them your cool Final Fantasy Tactics save, you got to have the engine.
Check out this memory card.
Yeah.
Check this out.
And if you want to check out what's on Chris's memory card, go to patreon.com where we did 2 streams investigating those very facts.
Yeah, and we're doing another stream here pretty soon, which is archived by the time you're hearing this, where we are going to show Eric Ogre Battle March of the Black Queen and try to explain all the mechanics to him and see how good he is at the game.
All the mechanics?
Well, many of them.
Okay.
And also, I want you to hear some of the great sound effects in the game, too. It's wonderful. Like tarot cards? Too bad. Thank you, RealNet, for joining us tonight. We appreciate you. This episode was a production of Retrograde Amnesia, recorded on July 31st, 2024. Thank you, Mark!
Shepard.
For the introductory music.
Hey, yeah, no problem, man, whatever, but my brother called. He said he wants his fucking watch back. We know you came over and stole it, so...
Mark.
Chris.
I don't really care about expensive watches. Like, I don't need the status symbol Rolex stuff. I know
Chris doesn't even tell time, really.
Some people are really into that kind of stuff, and that's fine. But I like smart watches, fitness watches, that kind of stuff. I like apps on my watches. I want to see how many steps I have, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
So
colors.
I have no use for that kind of shit. If you're into that, that's fine, but I'm not. You can follow us on Twitter at RetroAmnesiaPod. Email us at podcast@retrogradeamnesia.com. We have a website at www.retrogradeamnesia.com where you can go and listen to episodes there if you want to.
Chris worked hard on making it.
You can, not really. You can find the fucking podcast thing makes it itself.
Chris got the art.
Yeah.
The fucking podcast thing makes it itself.
The podcast host, Libsyn, great podcast host. This is not an ad for them, but they can give us money if they want. I love Libsyn. Libsyn's a great host. You should use them if you're
Squish
making a
grapes.
podcast. You can listen to this podcast on YouTube, at Retrograde Amnesia. You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/retroam and get bonus episodes, miniseries. We're now doing monthly streams with weird shit, random shit, variety stuff. And you can listen to some miniseries about games like Parasite Eve, Terra Enigma, Star Ocean, Panzer Dragoon Saga, God Hand. What'd I miss? Did I say Star Ocean?
First Departure.
Star Ocean First Departure R. Until next time, Eric.
Thank you to World Sin.
Thank you, World Sin, for the podcast artwork. Until next time, Eric.
Goodbye, Chris.
And now you may go back to sleep.
I think it would be a...
Okay, talk to the microphone, Eric.
What if I don't want to? What if I just want to sit here and think thoughts to myself and you read my brain scan and you say things that you think that I'm going to say?
Too late. You've already done it.
You think about that shit?
Yep. Do I know what that is?
It's a Resident Evil light gun game. If it works, there's a weird thing with PS1 light gun games where some work with the gun con and some work with the fucking Konami Enforcer thing. Some you can mix.
The Konami Lethal Enforcer?
I think it's called the Enforcer. Yeah, I think it was bundled. On Sega CD, it was bundled. I don't know what it's actually called, but there's two types of light guns, and the Gun Con is like the most popular.
Oh.
But for off-model, I mean, I don't know if Capcom supported Namco-based Gun Con things. But it's a possibility. I mean, the idea is to do working design themed endeavors, but anything's possible. So also, if we get too pissed off at Elemental Gear Bolt, we've already got the shit hooked up. Why not, Project Horndal? Why not Resident Evil Dead Aim?
Sure.
Fuck it, do them all. Point blank 3.
Light Gun Night 2024.
Gun Night.
Gun Night.
Do it on election night.
Dycedarg's going to go... I'm sorry. No, I didn't start wearing glasses until a couple of years ago.
Right.
I will not touch my eyeballs. No.
Okay. I wouldn't do that either. I also fear touching my eyeballs.
I will just,
This is an eye-touch-free podcast.
I will carry this cross.
Yeah.
Of glasses.
Bear them forever until they break.
Yes.
Then I can finally defeat you.
I leave this interpretation up to the inherited Iron Dog.
The Iron Dog? What the fuck?
No. I combined multiple sentences here. I wrote, I leave this interpretation... Kiku Chimoji. Kiko Chimoji.
You gonna keep saying words?
I'm just getting multiple takes.
Yeah, that's good. Multiple takes. I mean, there's only one in the final product, folks. Listen to the end.
Yeah.
I'd not be talking to me like that. Might it?
Yeah, that guy's probably... It's... Fancy riggins.
Chris, what kind of substances are you afraid to get on your fancy riggins?
Oh, is this one of the questions you sent me?
It is.
Okay, because I wrote down a bunch of prompts for these.
I think you mean answers.
Yeah, prompts for answers, yes. Well, this is where we're fighting the undead guys, right?
Sure.
Yeah, we have a website, too, at www.patreon... No, at www.
Don't tell it.
The stone chooses the flesh. Chooses the stone chooses the stone chooses the flesh.
Thank you.
Playtime's over!